Today we are here to talk about our plate grip series of fasteners and the proper way to install them. Most of our plate grip fasteners will come in a box or a bucket. The boxes typically have 25 in them and the buckets have 100 fasteners in them. In each package you'll get your bottom fasteners with the bolts in them. You get a bag of top plates, a bag of nuts, and a package of double-headed nails. Also, an instruction sheet on how to install them. There are several tools that you need to install plate grip fasteners. One is a template to drill your hole pattern in your belt. You'll need a punch to punch the holes. You'll need a wrench to tighten the nuts. And you'll need bolt breakers to break off the excess bolts after you've installed them. You also need and we recommend using an impact wrench during the punching and nut installation process rather than a drill. So the first thing you do is square both ends of your belt, which I've already done with a sample piece here. And you take your template, and you can either do this two different ways. You can punch the holes in one end of the belt and then do the other end, or you can do them both at the same time. The way you do both at the same time, I've got them, that's the way I have it set up here today, is that you actually have belt stop tabs on the bottom side of your template. So you set your template down, move your belt, one end of the belt up inside, and then the other end of the belt up until they both hit the tabs, and then you nail it to a board. And I've already secured the belt with 2 of the nails, but we need 2 more. I'll go ahead and put those in. Okay. Now that we have our belt secured to a board inside the template, we'll take our impact wrench, and we have what we call one of our 552 quick change chucks here. We'll install our Okay, now that we have all of our holes punched in both ends of the belt, we'll take out the nails and remove the template. And as you can see, we have our holes drilled in both ends of the belt. We'll take our fasteners, our bottom plate fasteners with our bolts mounted. We'll insert them on one end of the belt. Okay, now we would have the end of our belt here, and now we're going to take the other end. To help you line up your bolts to be in the right hole pattern, you can take the other end of your template, the other side, turn it around, and that has all your bolts in the right spot to make it a little easier. To install the other end. Just slip the template out of the way. Okay. Take our top plates, install them, take our nuts, We've got all of our nuts installed. One thing that some customers like to use is what we call belt plate grip tape. It's called belt tape. It comes in a box, a 100-foot box. And what you would do with the belt tape is that you run it in underneath, in between the bottom plate and the belt. And then back through underneath the top plates. The reason for the tape is to prevent, after installation, the belt across the splice from having a wave across it, and also for any fines materials that could sift through the crack, but mainly to keep the belt flat at the splice area. So now we would take our punch out, install our wrench, and begin to tighten. You don't want to tighten too tight on one side. You want to just kind of get it down about 3/4 of the way, then come back over to the other side. Otherwise, you get too much compression on one side. Now that we got all of the nuts tight, and we come back with our bolt breakers. Typically use 2 of them. Have something to hang on to. Alright, now that we've got all our bolts broken, a lot of people like to come back with a grinder and grind them off, what's left of the bolts, or some people take a hammer and beat on the heads and kind of smash them down, what's left. And with that, that's all there is to installing plate grip fasteners. Thanks very much for visiting our website.